The most powerful support to a child or teenager's resilience comes from feeling loved and understood. Being loved means a commitment forever, regardless of what happens, and understood means not being left to manage hard experiences alone, whatever they may be. And communication is the way to make sure your child knows he or she is loved and understood. Communication between parents and children is absolutely essential, but parents aren't taught this important skill. And it is a skill. It's not just something someone is born with or without. It needs to be learned and practiced and practiced and practiced some more. Talking with your child is different than talking at your child. It's more about listening than it is about speaking. Your child is much more likely to open up if he or she believes you're genuinely curious and if your child doesn't feel judged. Communication occurs with words, but also with facial expression and body language. Think of a song. There are lyrics and music. The same is true with communication. Your words are the lyrics, but the look on your face, your tone of voice, and your body posture are the music, which is just as important in delivering the message. Here are some guiding principles. Get in the habit of asking your child about his or her day every day. Make your home a talking together place. Welcome what you hear and ask for more. This can be at bedtime, dinner time, in the car, or at every one of these times. You might ask your child, what was the most fun at school today? Or what was the worst thing that happened to you today? What did you do that you're most proud of? Also, consider telling your child what you did yourself today that you feel most proud of. And be prepared to say why. I made all the calls to set up our next family readiness meeting for Thursday. Or I did the wash early this morning so we can have family time tonight. Or I completed the report I needed to hand in at work today, even though I was out sick last week and it was hard. Being proud of your own hard work and sharing this is great modeling for your child. When your child asks you questions, ask questions about their questions like, that's a really great question. What got you wondering about that? Let your child know that their questions deserve a good answer from you, which sometimes means talking with someone else or looking up information and reporting back. In my experience, parents are more relaxed in hard conversations if they're reminded that questions don't need to be answered immediately. Some questions can't be answered fully. When will Dad get back from Afghanistan? Or will Grandma die from cancer? Or will this be our last move as a family? But you may be able to offer some sense of what may happen and when, or for how long things will likely stay just the same. Dad should get back from Afghanistan after Easter, but we won't know exactly when until he's returning. I hope Grandma won't die from her cancer, but the doctors can tell us more in about 6 months. Or, I don't know if this will be our last family move, but we definitely won't be moving again this year or next. Along with your responses, you can ask your child to tell you more about the thoughts or worries that led to the question. You can't answer a question well if you don't know what the real question or worry truly is. Sometimes you might want to withhold troubling information from your child as a way to protect them, but usually they know more than we imagine and are worrying alone with information that seems too upsetting to be discussed. Children tell me they feel excluded rather than protected. Remember that if we want our child to be honest with us about difficult things, we need to model that honest talking is part of our family culture. It doesn't mean revealing every detail, but a simple explanation to open the subject for a child to ask questions and to talk more. Some children share their thoughts and worries easily. Others are very private. Sometimes parents tell me, my child never talks. But either way, it's always helpful to identify the settings in which your best conversations have occurred. Is it bedtime, in the car, while you're making dinner or washing up, out fishing or walking the dog? If you identify these settings, you can make it a priority to try to spend time with your child in this way, especially when you have news to deliver, or you've noticed a change in your child that might be a red flag that something is troubling. Sometimes you'll need to communicate with your child across thousands of miles, whether you're across the country, out of the country, or in harm's way. At these times, it's especially important to be flexible. You'll want to communicate interest in your child's day and loving concern, whether by computer, email, or letter. These special long-distance communications bring with them special challenges and a heightened sense of expectation on both sides. In my experience, this anticipation at times leads to disappointment when, for example, a child waits for a call that doesn't come, or a parent waits to talk with a child who's unwilling to engage on the computer. At these times, it's so important for you and your child to have the support of other caring adults, reminding each of you of the love in the relationship in spite of that day's disappointment. By communicating well, you can help your children become stronger, more capable, and more confident, and make your family a stronger home base for each of you. Please take a moment and let us know if this was helpful to you by rating this video. Also, let us know if you'd recommend it to another parent or a friend. Thank you. Your feedback is important to us.